Breaking news, a break-in at an elementary school in Linda Vista. The interesting way these guys were spotted before police knew what was going on.
Breaking overnight, a man carjacked an Uber driver, then crashed that car right in front of the Marriott Hotel downtown. How police were able to get that guy after he ran inside. And the investigation into the San Bernardino shooters is widening. Why the feds say the couple was planning an attack 3 years ago.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
At 6 o'clock, I want to show you some breaking news here. These are live images coming from Portland, Oregon. They're holding a news conference because a tree fell on a house and killed a woman there this morning. They've been going through terrible storms. There's been flooding, reports of mudslides, sinkholes, and this is relevant to us because Megan's going to talk to us about how this system is sort of headed our way. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's right. And it's an atmospheric river event, and all that means is tapping into a lot of moisture. The Pineapple Express, you've heard these terms before. It is going to be shifting south, but we're not going to get that heavy rain that they're dealing with up there. However, for us, we've dealt with a couple of these before this season already. Very cold wind storms, and that wind can cause damage down trees, down power lines, broken branches, anything like that, debris in the roadways. So again, all of that's going to be possible as we head into late Thursday into Friday, with the bulk of it hitting our mountain areas where a high wind watch will go into effect at 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. Right now it's 52 degrees in Poway. A quick warm up today, a little cooler than yesterday, 73 degrees along our coastline. Our inland areas, probably the last day to dress in layers because it is going to be much cooler tomorrow, but 78 today. In 10 minutes, I'll have San Diego's certified most accurate highs for where you live, including in Mission Beach and Chula Vista. Renee.
I've got a crash to report to you. This on the 15 South at Camino del Norte. One vehicle is reported on the right-hand side. Be aware of that if you're traveling through the area. Also, the 5 South out of Oceanside from Oceanside Boulevard all the way to the Split. Going to run you just about 20 minutes. Coming up in 10 minutes, a look at your trip out of Santee. Guys?
All right, Renee, 6:01. Want to update you on breaking news that we have been tracking. Break-in at Carson Elementary School in Linda Vista.
Yeah, 10 News has been on the scene for over an hour this morning. Now, right after police arrived, we were there. Let's get to 10 News reporter Jared Aarons. What did that thief get?
Jason, Virginia, good morning. I'm told the police tell me that the thief stole some type of computer equipment from a classroom, either iPads or laptops. He was here at about 3:30 this morning. Police just left the area. They've finished searching the school. They still have not found that robber. They say he used a crowbar to pry open a door on the side of the school and then to break into a cabinet inside a classroom. They found that crowbar and also some broken wood chips from the door and some keyboards scattered around the floor of the classroom. School police saw the break-in happen on surveillance footage. They called the San Diego police, who got here within about 5 minutes, but the bad guy had already gotten away. Despite the break-in, we're told school is on as scheduled this morning.
Community should be safe. It's just sad to see that someone, a suspect, came in here and likely took some computer equipment that's used to educate these children.
Officers tell me the suspect is a Hispanic male wearing a dark hoodie and also dark pants. They saw him on surveillance cameras like that one that you see right by the front door. There are a few of these in the school. They hope some of that footage will help them catch the thief. Live in Linda Vista, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
We want to take right now to some breaking news happening in the Old Town area. There's a rescue taking place on Pacific Highway where a guy who fell right onto a storage unit here. Let's get to 10 News photojournalist Paul Andrig with the latest.
Yeah, you can see this man up here on this roof. This is on Pacific Highway, right under the Interstate 85 interchange bridge you can see here. Now, police officers told me that passerby said that person has been up there for possibly as long as 3 hours. They believe that he fell from the overpass up here. There's actually reports that he was hanging from his blades up here. Don't know how accurate those are, but they've got a rescue going on right now. They've shut down Pacific Highway north and southbound to traffic because they're going to have this ladder truck. It looks like it's maybe possibly about to put up that ladder up onto the roof so that they can extricate him from up there and get him rushed to a hospital.
Paul, can you see what's above him on that overpass? Is his car there? Is it stalled out? Like, what's up there? Where is he coming from?
I don't believe there's any cars up there that I've heard of. And this originally came in as a person screaming for help, and that's what he was spotted up there.
All right, well then let us know when they try to get this guy down as they rescue him. We will come back to you when that does happen, Paul. Thank you.
Breaking overnight, a carjacker took an Uber driver's car, then crashed it right in front of the lobby of the Marriott. 10 News reporter Marie Cornell is live downtown where this happened. Marie, so what happened after the carjacker tried to hide in the hotel?
Yeah, so Virginia, that is where they found him inside. We're told there was a struggle and officers had to tase him to get him into custody. I want to show you what it looked like earlier, though, where you saw a group of police officers walking into the lobby of the hotel, all looking for the man who carjacked this Uber driver who you see talking to police. Officers say after punching the driver in the face, the man drove off and for some reason drove to the Marriott on Harbor Drive, where he crashed into another Uber driver right in front of the front doors. He then took off running inside the hotel. He was eventually caught. You see him being walked out of there in handcuffs by police officers. Now, at last check, he was taken to the hospital just to get checked out because it is routine when someone is tased. After that, he's going straight to jail. We're live from downtown. Marie Cornell, 10 News.
Breaking overnight, French police now know the identity of the third attacker in the Bataclan concert hall during the Paris attacks. They say this man, Fouad Mohamed Agad, is the third attacker. Police say that he's a French citizen who traveled to Syria in 2013. He was identified after DNA samples matched his mother's. Mohamed Agad opened fire at the theater last month with 2 other attackers and killed 90 people. The 3 terrorists were killed by police.
6:06, one of the San Bernardino attackers, the husband, Syed Farook, may have been plotting an earlier terror strike here in California with somebody else.
Authorities say Farook was planning an attack in 2012 with an unidentified person. They didn't go through with it after several terror-related arrests in the California area had them spooked. Officers say Farook and his wife, Tashfeen Malik, had access to a second car, which was that black Lexus you saw right there. That was registered to Farook's mother, Rafia. Well, she's now on the terror watch list. Investigators are now looking at other possible targets that couple may have planned to attack.
Now to the fallout after Donald Trump said he wants to ban Muslims from entering the U.S. Trump says he thinks soon everyone will agree with his idea. ABC's Lana Zach is in Washington with the firestorm now swirling because of Trump's comments. Good morning, Lana.
Good morning. Donald Trump has ignited an international firestorm. While some experts worry that his comments can be used as an ISIS recruiting tool, others fear it will be used to justify hate and discrimination here at home.
Sharp condemnation for Donald Trump from everyday Americans to fellow Republicans, all in response to Trump's most recent controversial proposal. But for young Muslim Americans, it's hard to see the Republican frontrunner's opinion as a one-off.
I'm used to hearing things like, go back to your country, just really discriminatory phrases like that, and I'm kind of sick of hearing it because this is my country.
On the front cover of the New York Daily News today, a paraphrase of that famous poem about the Holocaust. It reads in part, "When he came for the Muslims, I did not speak out." But in an interview with ABC News' Barbara Walters, Trump disputes the comparisons to Hitler.
Are you a bigot? Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
And Paul Ryan, the head of congressional Republicans, said that Donald Trump's proposal did not represent the views of the Republican Party. However, he wouldn't say that he'd withhold his support should Trump receive the nomination. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
And a developing story in Chicago this morning where today Mayor Rahm Emanuel will speak about the city's police department at a special city council meeting. The speech comes nearly 2 weeks after a video there released showing a white Chicago officer shooting a black teen 16 times, killing him. Well, 2 days ago, the U.S. Attorney General announced a civil rights investigation into the police department.
Happening today, the Cross-Border Express is officially opening, giving San Diego air travelers who fly out of Tijuana a new, efficient way to get to the airport. Now, this is the first project to join a site in the U.S. to a foreign airport terminal. It was more than a year in the making. The Cross-Border Express will allow travelers to park on the U.S. side and then use the new Sky Bridge to walk straight to Tijuana International Airport. They are waiving the crossing fee through December 18th, so it's free right now.
And we're volunteering to try it out and do 10 News this morning live from Cancun if they would like us to.
Yes. Well, that would be go to the airport, then fly
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we gotta come back and see how it goes coming back across the
Exactly.
other
Let's
way.
do it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. I think it should be an interesting way, and hopefully a little bit quicker and maybe cheaper too.
Yeah.
Right now, a beautiful sunrise this morning. Steve sending this photo in. It says, "Looks like the skies in Santee got some crayons for Christmas." I love it. The red's out there, and Leslie sending this one in. Just a sliver of the moon out in Valley Center. Keep the pictures coming at 10 News, especially with the storm approaching with wind and rain and even large surf again. A high wind watch starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. We could see isolated gusts into the 70-mile-per-hour range for our mountain areas. That can easily do some property damage. So again, hunker everything down, get prepared for that. Temperatures this afternoon, cooler than yesterday, but still well above average, generally in the 70s along the coast, with 70s and a low 80s for our inland area. Santee, one of the warmer spots at 80, 71 for Mission Beach. Coming up in 10 minutes, we're going to pinpoint when the rain begins and when those winds pick up. Renee.
We're continuing to follow some breaking news out there on our roads this morning. Let's get over to Paul Anderegg in our 10 News breaking news tracker. Paul, you're at Pacific Highway under the 8. Can you tell me what's going on there?
Yeah, this is the 5-8 interchange. You can see this man that's being wrapped in an emergency blanket here. Now, police tell us he may have been up on that roof for as long as 3 hours. Police have fallen off of the interchange ramp overhead here that you can see from the I-5, I-8 interchange. They're wrapping in blankets. They're getting ready to, it looks like, bring this ladder over and put that onto the roof so that they can rescue him from that roof. Again, an officer told me he may have been up there as long as 3 hours for a passerby who heard him screaming for help. There was reports that he may have also been hanging from his legs for some time up there, possibly before falling. We don't know what he was doing up there, but obviously crews are working their best here to get him to the hospital. You can see they're moving the ambulance into position now.
Well, we certainly hope he's okay. How are you seeing this impact that road down below? Is that closed off in both directions?
Yeah, they've got Pacific Highway closed off, also the buses, obviously because they have all these crews here. You can see it's blocked off in both directions because the street is just obviously full of emergency crews and emergency vehicles.
Okay, well, we're going to keep our eye on this, Paul. We'll check back in with you coming up in 10 minutes, guys.
It's the hot holiday gift of the season. The new warning after yet another hoverboard bursts into flames.
And new health screenings for kids. Why doctors are now recommending tests for things like high cholesterol and HIV. And remember, all week we're giving away tickets to Legoland here on 10 News this morning. Look at that. Just keep watching us because in this hour we're going to give you the cue to call. 10th caller wins those tickets. Early present from us and the folks at Legoland to you. So again, keep watching because watch 10 News this morning and you can win.